Welcome to an overall view. I'm Josephine Russo Leonard, the host of the show, and today we have a wonderful guest, Antonio, who is the Youth Street Outreach Worker, and I know him from St. Stephen's. Welcome, Antonio.
Thank you, Josephine.
And before we begin with Antonio, I would like to tell you about an article that I read in the Daily Item Wednesday, the 20th of January, about Rivera Brothers Gym. They really need a new locale because the building that they're meeting in is no longer available. They had about 2 weeks. And so the city councilor, Mr. Ford, was going to help them find a vacant building. And Antonio knows full well the needs of the youth in our city of Lynn. It's extremely important that we meet their needs. And so I'm going to let Antonio take over.
Thank you very much, Josephine. I appreciate, first off, the opportunity to be able to come on air with you. One of the things, just a little bit of the background so people get an understanding. I'm the Youth Street Outreach Worker for Essex County Community Organization.
Yes.
Our office is located at St. Stephen's,
Yes.
74 South Common.
Right.
My office is pretty much relatively at a corner near you.
Yes.
I'm pretty easy to find. My phone number and stuff will be on air. One of the things that pretty much attracted me to this job is the need. Having children of my own living in the city of Lynn, as we all know, a lot of the programs are being cut. There's
Yes.
not enough money. A lot of the kids are from single-parent homes. Parents
Yes.
are working 2 jobs, trying to make ends meet. They don't have the money to put their kids in an after-school program. So a lot of the kids are taking to the streets. Just because we don't see a lot of it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. In my course of the last couple of years of working this job, and just to let people know, there are 2 agencies that do this, me and another agency. I am the only one that does exactly what I do in the city of Lynn. So,
which is?
Working the streets, meeting the kids where they're at. It doesn't matter whether they're gang kids, regular kids. They're still kids. They're still
Right.
youth. I do work with the juvenile probation department. I've done some things with the police department, with the drop-in center. I've done some things with a lot of the middle schools. I hang around outside the schools when they get out. I get an opportunity to meet. I've met tons of kids in this city. And they're all great kids. All they need is an opportunity. I don't want to sit here and say that, with or without money I wouldn't do this. Of course, I have a family of my own. Unfortunately, this year...
That you have to provide for.
Exactly. I'm a single parent. I'm raising 2 girls, 15
Wonderful.
and 18. I've been doing this now since '05. Before all that, I have an understanding because I was one of them kids that took to the streets. I did the whole gang life. I've done the street life. I've done the drug life. I've done it from A
So
to
you
Z.
know where they're at.
Exactly. And I got an understanding of what they're looking for. And pretty much it's just somebody to give them some attention. A lot of these kids have talent, hidden talent that they have no
Yes.
idea. We want to be able to open their minds to the fact that, that you can do this. Like there's different things. Some of these kids have art talent, gardening. Up at the...
Music.
Exactly, music. At the Ford School, they got that garden, the outside garden going on. A lot of kids have gone up there. During the summer, the jobs in the summer. We had over 800 kids come out for jobs, and 300 and something ended up with jobs. So what happened to the rest of the kids? It's hard. It is hard. Our communities, I pray on a daily basis that our community come together Instead of us sitting back and reading the newspapers and looking at the news, at the depressing news of shootings and drive-bys and this and that. I mean, we need to come together as a community and let's build. I believe a long time ago they said it takes a whole village to raise one child.
Yes,
Let's
it
come.
does.
Let's do this. Instead of sitting back and saying, "Oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, you know, and what can I do? I can't do anything." Yes, you can.
Yes.
Yes, you can. Come outside yourself, and you'd be surprised. Of course, like I said, unfortunately, I'm the only one that does what I do, but I have a lot of people on board that are always willing to come up. This past summer, we've went to the Highlands and we did the Henry F. Park project, which came together on an idea. And we got the basketball court repainted. We have a bunch. We had
Wonderful.
over 100 people came out. You know, state representative came out, the mayor came out, police department came out, the gang unit came out, and we had kids working side by side with the police department. You know, the stigma for a lot of these kids that, you know, the uniform, you know what, they're human, and these men and women that protect our city, like they come out of their uniform and they're human.
Exactly.
15 years ago, you wouldn't catch me in the same room with these. As a matter of fact, you wouldn't even catch me on the same block with these people. And today they're not these people. They're men and women who have families of their own, and I have a high respect for them. And I understand that they have high respect for what I do. I mean, I got a lot of friends on the force that we come together and we come up with ideas and we try to make the change. But we can't do this alone.
No, we cannot.
In the communities that we live in, there's so much to be done. We have parks everywhere in the city. A lot of them are deteriorating. All we have to do is bring the community out and the kids will come.
Yes.
You know, and like you said, they got hidden talent with music. These kids
Yes.
are talented. Some
Yes,
can
they
sing, some can rap, play instruments.
Getting to theater.
Exactly. So
And that's why, Antonio, I'm so concerned for these 100 youth that look forward to go and release their anger in a constructive way by boxing.
yes,
And they
yes.
won competitions,
Mhm.
and it's so sad to think that that will be no more if they don't
Mhm.
relocate. The Rivera brothers have given free rent for over 4 years,
Mhm.
and they find with the heating bill and all that goes on
Mhm.
that they no longer can do it. One went to Puerto Rico, another brother went to Florida,
Mhm.
and there's only one person left. And like you said, you cannot do this alone.
Mhm. Yes.
And you were telling me before we began the show that there's going to be another cut.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. You know, I don't like get into like the numbers because I get into the numbers and I get depressed. You know, unfortunately, yes, I do have a family. But you know, the job that I do, I don't do it for the money.
No.
You know, I do it because when I show up at juvenile court and I watch the benches full of kids and the parents that have no idea how to go about getting some help. And it's not about locking these kids up and throwing the keys
No.
away. I'm not justifying that what they're doing is right. What I'm saying is they're kids. They're
Yes.
guidance.
Yeah.
It's our responsibility to try and educate these kids.